How do you run an electrical business from abroad? Now that was of course just a bit of satire, but clearly I'm not in the UK where Artisan Electrics is based. So how do I run an electrical contracting business from abroad? Well, why not drop a like and subscribe, and I'll tell you all how it works. So I'm currently living in Marseille, which is in the south of France on the Côte d'Azur. It's a very beautiful part of the world. And the reason I'm here is because 16 years ago, I married a lovely lady called Lisa, who is from the south of France. And we wanted to be closer to her family and go back to her roots a little bit. We spent the last 15 plus years living together in the UK. And to be honest, she was a bit fed up with the weather. I've got the business to a point now where we thought we could try running it from abroad. So it's a bit of an experiment, but so far it's going pretty well. In fact, I've been here for 5 months now, and I just hop back to the UK once a month for about a week, catch up with the team, make some YouTube videos on the ground, and deal with loads of other stuff that I have to do. And then in the meantime, when I'm here, I work in my lovely home office. Let me show you. So here it is, my home office. It's a humble setup. I've got my dual monitors here, my headset, which is utterly important for speaking to clients and team members. So I work out of here every day when I'm in France, getting out quotes, planning and strategizing for the growth of the business, talking to the team, talking to customers, and generally just overseeing everything that's going on back in the UK. And then once a month, I hop on a flight from Marseille to Stansted and head back to get my feet on the ground in the UK, which reminds me, I've got a flight to catch. Bonjour, merci. Oh, made it. What a journey. So here we are, the Artisan office. Somebody's taken my throne over here in the corner. Let me introduce you to Tom, my taxi driver.
Taxi driver, glorified chauffeur.
Tom very kindly picked me up from the airport this morning, and he's our new assistant manager. So he's been with us now a month. So yeah, Tom's now here where I used to be, where I used to do the vlogs from, for those channel members who've been watching the vlogs from ages. Harvey's still here on his perch. I'll update you about who's doing what, because there's been quite a lot of going on and changes and stuff. Callum's here.
Hello, hello.
Doing his social media stuff. That is one of the interesting challenges now, is that because of me being away, when I come back, I've got to do a lot of content to kind of catch up. Obviously I can do a few videos when I'm over in France, but the majority of the content that we make is still filmed here, which means that this week is an intense week of filming and catching up with the team and all of the interesting stuff behind the scenes. So we'll show you guys how it all works. Right, so the coffee machine is still here. It's the most important because I am exhausted. Who's brought this instant rubbish to the office?
Well, that would be me.
You heathen. Yeah, well, that was me and Lee who did that. It was not ideal, no. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, you can just put the battery up on the wall up there.
That'll do.
Yeah. Good morning. Well, it's 5:45 in the morning and I am getting ready to go out because I've got a bit of an early start this morning to just get my head into gear. I've got a 7 AM video call with a client about a big project that we've been quoting for, that close to getting over the line, and I just need a little final discussion with the customer in order to hopefully get that over the line. So I'm heading into the office early. My head was just all over the place last night, so I forgot my bag with all my clothes. So I'm wearing the same clothes as I did yesterday, and I've got to go back to the office, get my bag, get changed, brush my teeth. But first, coffee. Right, so what are we up to today? Well, quite a lot, surprisingly. So I've got this client meeting in the office, get my head into gear, get sorted. Then I've got a prep for a site visit that we're doing this morning for a commercial solar install. It's quite a big one, with a potential sponsor as well who might be interested in sponsoring the channel, and we're going to be doing a separate video dedicated about that because it's quite a cool subject. Commercial solar, how do we do designs, how do we quote, etc. Then in the afternoon I'm doing another solar related job, which is actually a site audit basically for a job where the customer's been ripped off and had a terrible job done, not been given a certificate, and the company's gone bust who did it. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm driving up north to meet with some special guests who I'll announce to you later on. So quite a busy day. Morning, how you doing? Good to see you. And we've won the job. That was worth a 7 a.m. phone call, video call. I'm so relieved because I've been putting a lot of work into this design and quote, and we've been back and forth for weeks about it. So it's really nice to know that we've secured the job. Now to the site visit. So we're on the road. Tom's at the wheel. Callum is by my side, and Max, our OG cameraman, is on his way down to join us at the site because we've got a huge commercial warehouse that we're designing a system for, and the idea is to do the site visit and design today, which is why I've got Tom with me, but also to film it and show the whole process of how we do a system design for commercial solar, because it's quite an interesting process. Also, the ROI can be really interesting on commercial because you've got a lot bigger systems and they use a lot more energy in general. Their energy costs are a lot high, so you see a much quicker payback time with commercial than you do with residential often. So we're going to go in depth on that, show all of the steps that we do to do the site survey, do the design, work out all the costings, and do it all on camera, which will be fun. So stay tuned for that main channel video that will be coming separately. But yeah, Callum's going to show you guys a bit behind the scenes of what goes on from behind the camera as well. Right, so stopped off at Blythe Services to grab a bite to eat and some gifts for who I'm visiting. So that is done. My stomach is filled. I'm ready to hit the road again. I've got about another hour before I arrive at our mystery location. So I have arrived to a secret location in the north of England. Where on earth could I be? Should I give you a clue? Do you recognise this big yellow door? No, not yet. What about this? Now you've figured it out. So I'm here at Oval Renewables unit because there's another van here. That little van here is Mark Allison's, and I'm here to meet Mark and Sam and get on the Renewables podcast and have a little chat to them. So let's have a little explore. It's funny to see it in real life. Seen it on your videos, obviously. So here it is, the unit where all the magic happens. It's huge! Look who it is!
Hello, welcome to the Oval Office.
That was a very polished response.
There you go, you told me to say
Sounds like you've been practicing that. And here's Mark. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see you. Thank you for travelling up.
Thanks for inviting me. Yeah, it's been a while that I wanted to see this place because it's such a cool thing that you're building here. Yeah. Stay tuned for the episode of Renewables podcast that I'm about to jump on. I'll leave a link in the description below. So Renewables podcast done. Good little episode. 2 episodes, I think, in fact. We really chatted through a lot of interesting stuff, so it was cool. And now I'm heading over to Ramsbottom, believe it or not, because to be honest, I'm just passing by here because of something more important that I had to do, which is to go and see my granddad, my grandpa, because he's not well, he's in hospital. He's 91. and he's the one who taught me to do my first ever steel wire armoured, to terminate my first steel wire armoured cable. He was an electrician as well as my dad, and yeah, sad that he's not doing very well. So I'm heading over to stay at my auntie's tonight, and then go and see my grandpa in the hospital tomorrow morning, and then heading back down to Cambridge tomorrow afternoon. So I will see you all then. So I'm here at Auntie Bev's house, had a good night's sleep, woke up to a kitchen full of lovely animals, including a chicken. What's the chicken's name?
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton, the chicken. Fantastic. Had some lovely coffee, and now I'm just working through a couple of quotes that I've got to approve that Harvey sent through, just checking those. Then I'm going to go over, see my grandma, surprise her because she doesn't know that I'm here, and then going to go over to take her out for some breakfast, and then going to go and see my granddad in hospital. So yeah, lots happening, but it's nice to catch up with some family and spend a bit of time together. Good morning. So it's Friday. No, it's not. It's Thursday. Woo! Oh, the delirium is starting to kick in. So it is Thursday, and today is a big filming day. So every time I come back, I usually book one day where we hire a studio and we do loads of filming. We've got a second channel called Tools for Sparks, which we basically try and film 4, 5, 6 Tools for Sparks videos, stack those up, and then we post them every couple of weeks. There's all these other little social media posts that we've got to do for various sponsors that we work with and things like that. On top of that, we've got some Artisan Electrics main channel videos to film. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on and it's boring. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about is the business, because I've not really updated you fully yet on where we're at as a business. And obviously, for those of you who followed the channel for a while, you'll know that it's been a roller coaster, as it is in a lot of businesses. So last year things were going really well. We were really ramping up with solar and stuff. We had a bit of a dip at the end of the year. We had to basically tighten up the ship, let a few people go, cut down loads of our expenses. And it was a really hard time. I mean, I'm saying it quite casually now, but it was probably one of the most stressful experiences of my life in business. Some of you are probably wondering, well, how's it going now? You know, have we got through that? And the answer is yes. We're in a much better place now, which is a massive relief. And it's all because we had to make those really tough decisions last year, and we tightened up the ship, that we're in a much better shape now. It's taught me a lot of really hard lessons, that experience. One, like, you need to know all of your costs, and you need to know what profit you're making on every single job, and you need to actually be making a profit on every single job. And it sounds so basic, but so many companies, including us last year, don't really have a handle on what you're spending on jobs, how much time you're actually spending on jobs versus how much you've quoted, and therefore are you making a profit on each and every job or not. So now we've got a system in place where we do cost tracking on every single job. We know how many hours we spent, we know how many pennies we spent on materials, and we can compare that to how much we quoted to see whether we've overrun or underrun on the jobs, and we can learn from it and improve. But also we know our exact overhead per hour, so we can see the bottom line on every single job. That's the highlight there. It was quite a wake-up call for me, because we were spending so much last year, and some of it was unnecessary, and we had too many staff, and you know, it was a massive wake-up call when I saw the numbers to realise that if we had carried on the way we were, we wouldn't be here today. So now we're in a much better place. We've got a slightly smaller team, but we are starting to grow again. We just hired Tom. He's been with us a month now, and he's kind of running the daily operations. He's doing a lot of the quoting and site visits and things like that. And that's taking some pressure off me, which means I can focus on the bigger picture of the business and growing the business again. And in terms of work, the leads that are coming in are fantastic. We've got tons of leads coming in at the moment. What we're doing now is we're honing our business strategy, and we're looking at what is our target customer and what is not. We've realized that where we shine is these bigger, more bespoke systems. It's either a roof-mounted solar on a big property that's got lots of different facets and a lot of battery storage because they're high consumers of electricity, or it's a ground mount system for a big property in the countryside, or it's commercial. You know, we can do really good stuff with commercial projects. I've got a software company that I've co-founded as well. A small amount of my time every week is spent working for a software startup, which is something that is quite different, and I've learned a lot from it. It's 7:25. I'm here at the office and I've just seen Ruben pulled up in his car waiting for Lee to pick him up. They've got an EICR that they're going on to do today. And I thought, hey, you guys probably are curious about how Ruben's getting on with his apprenticeship, right? So let's go and see if he'll give us a little update. Morning. I just literally pulled up. Right. Yeah. You alright? Yeah, I'm good, yeah. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Oh man, I look so pale. I thought I had a good tan living in Marseille, and now you've just ruined it, Ruben.
That's the thing, you know.
Here he is. Rubenito. I'll do a little interview. So Ruben, how's your apprenticeship going?
Pretty rubbish. Yeah, thinking of leaving, to be honest. No, I'm joking. No, it's been good.
Newsflash, just hot news off the press. I did not know that.
No, it's been all right. I mean, obviously we've gone through some rocky and rough times, but I think we're going into the clear now. But yeah, it's been all right. Still learning bits and bobs. It's been good with the solar jobs, especially for like different containment and different cables that we wouldn't usually use as well. And now that we're getting more into commercial installs sometimes as well, that's quite interesting. Overall, pretty good. Going into my 4th year soon.
Fourth year.
Getting into my portfolio, which would be good.
Right, Nathan just cut to a clip of babyface Ruben when he first started with us.
1 coffee a day keeps the dentist.
That's good stuff as well.
4 years, I can't believe you've been with us that long. It's amazing.
Yeah,
you're now one of the Artisan OGs, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I'm actually one of the longest serving employees now, actually. When you look at...
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, you know...
We're a startup, we're
that's not my problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit crazy.
So you've finished college now, basically, right? You're not going to college anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I'll only be going back for my AM2, I think.
Yeah. Great, yeah. So last year, get your portfolio done, get your AM2 done, and then get you in your own little van and out on the road.
There you go. I mean, you know,
space.
I could turn this into a van. It's all
yeah,
right.
Get it all branded up.
Yeah, that's it. Not sure if it's an artisan green. I think we might
have to change our brand colours, yeah, to, what is it, like sort of some kind of turquoise?
This is the Cornwall Ocean.
Oh, Cornwall Ocean colour. Teal. Yeah. Oh, teal, what a great word.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to the viewers.
Peace out. East side.
Right, here's the main man himself. Lee and his beast of a van.
Bit full in here though. Not much room for Ruben. I've left him like the smallest little gap just to slot in.
So Lee's had a promotion recently. Tell us what your new role is.
Yeah, so gone up to qualified supervisor, so sort of keep an eye on Luke and Ruben and any subbies we work with. Any jobs we're doing, just kind of run the on-site stuff so the office team can sort of keep doing their stuff in their side. Going pretty well. I've done it before in other companies, so yeah, it's good just to be consistent and carry it on. But yeah, probably have the NRC assessment soon, won't we?
That's it, yeah, August. Yeah, next month, so next time I'm back is all happening.
Yeah, busy.
Thanks,
have
Lee.
Some nice jobs to take them on, hopefully.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Little EICR today.
Yeah. See you later then, have a good EICR.
Catch you later.
Right, I'm here in the studio. Look who we've got.
I'm angry this morning, Jordan. Sorry.
Yeah, I can tell. You are a plumber. You're excused.
I'm doing a bathroom for a mate's mum, and you know what that means. Well, actually, it's not that bad.
What? That means you're not getting paid?
Well, I am getting paid, but
Mates
actually,
rates,
I shouldn't
mates
moan
rates.
because she's given me the keys to the house, and they've gone on holiday for a week. So
Okay.
So yeah.
You got free reign.
Tell me, electrician fans, do you start work at 6:30 in the morning at the moment and finish at 1 just because it's ridiculous?
That is how it should be done.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been doing.
This is Jimmy's studio. Jimmy has a channel called Plumber Parts where he makes stupid videos about plumbing. but he also has his studio which we rent. So we're just getting set up. We got the whole shebang in here. We've got the professional lighting, we've got the rigging, we've got a green screen if we want it. It's a pretty cool setup. So we're going to get set up and do some stuff. Right, so Jimmy's going to demonstrate this amazing new Unilight.
Oh, it's an uplighter.
He's just jealous of all the cool stuff that we get. As a beast. How many lumens? 6,000 lumens.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, wow, is that 6,000? Max? 22mm bit of copper about to go down there, mate.
Ooh.
What's that? That's about 50 quid at the moment.
It's valuable
Max!
So if you want to get yourself one of these from Unilight, you can get 25% off using our special code.
What is the special code?
Artisan 25.
Artisan 25.
Very unique. This is the studio setup. So we've got all the studio lighting set up now. We've had the Tools for Sparks workbench set up here. We've been doing multiple Tools for Sparks videos about different things. Then we've just been filming some shorts and some Instagram reels and stuff with various products. Make sure you follow us on all our socials because we do post on TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook, as well as our main content on YouTube. Whoa, my brain is fried. We are done with our studio session. We filmed about 12 different pieces of content, I think. It's like 32 degrees at the moment. A bit of a heat wave here in the UK, which is quite rare, but it's just very sticky, hot, humid heat in the UK when it's hot like this, which is not really nice. I'm starting to look forward to going home to my nice air-conditioned home office. But anyway, we're nearly there. So packing up. I'm going to go and jump over into the office and see how everyone's getting on, and I've got a prep for tomorrow where we're doing a camper van solar install. Right, back in the office, air conditioning, it's nice and cool. So now me and Callum have got to upload all the footage that we filmed this afternoon and this morning and get it all ready for our editor Nathan to work his magic and get it all edited up. I was hoping that I'd be able to check in with Tom and a few others, but everyone's out. Tom's gone out on a site visit. He's taken Liam Rubin with him to help. Luke's gone out on a fault find for an EV charger. And I'm just happy to be in the cool office. So one of the other things that I do is work for a software startup called OpenQuote, which I've co-founded. And it's a really cool project because we're developing a tool that really helps installers and customers to make the customer journey so much smoother. We've basically built it up at our company because it was something that we needed. And then as we've improved it and built on it, we started to roll it out to other installers now who've also expressed an interest in something like this. It helps us to build up a real good package of information from the customer at the initial lead stage so that we can see how we can best help the customer. Another thing that I'm working on, which is quite cool, is this, right? This is a 3D design animation that we're creating for a ground mount system design that we're working on, and we're basically getting the animation done so that we can see the shading throughout the year. This is a Cornish rocker system, so it means we can actually tilt the panels over time to get the maximum efficiency, and you can see the shadow. What we're trying to do is do shadow pattern projections throughout the year so that we can see how far we need to space these apart and make sure that this array doesn't shade this array. So it's a quite nice little thing that we can share with the customer as well so they can visualize the system. Good morning, and I'm back here in the office and it's Friday and I'm just about to jump into my stand-up meeting with the OpenQuote team. Hello, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good, man, how are you? Okay, so that was a productive meeting. Got a few little bugs ironed out that have appeared over the last few days. You know, this whole thing of working for a software company has really opened my eyes because I didn't realise how much hard work goes into building software platforms. It's just insane. It's cool because you've got control over what you're building and you can build it in the right way. But for our programmer, for example, it's just like a ton of work. But yeah, it's really interesting, and I think the tool that we're building is going to be able to help a lot of companies and a lot of customers. Anyway, I've got to now get prepped. So we've got this Seeker Flex stuff, which is going to be for sticking some solar panels, mounting brackets onto the roof of this camper van. I really think I've probably bitten off more than I can chew with this, to be honest. I've got to go to the unit, see if we've got some spare rail clamps and stuff that we can use. Right, so let me show you inside the unit. It's a bit of a work in progress, but it's just temporary really until we can get a proper big one. This is what I'm after. I've got some rail and some clamps. So I think we've probably got everything that we need. Well, that camper van thing was a complete disaster. I'm not going to tell you exactly what happened because you're going to have to wait to watch the full video to see it in all its glory, but yeah, needless to say, it didn't go how I expected it to go or how I hoped it would go. So I'm now back in the office. Lee's come in to have his lunch. He's finished off his job for the day, and we're going to have a bit of a debrief meeting this afternoon, me, Lee and Tom, just to talk about the project that we did last week where everything went wrong. Actually, Harvey's going to be in on it as well because he orders all the materials and stuff. So we need to streamline our process of getting materials because we're getting too many deliveries from too many different suppliers and stuff's not arriving on time, and it causes delays which we can't be dealing with. So every job we try and learn, we try and improve, try and make our processes better, and then hopefully over the long run we make big leaps, big advancements in the way that we're doing things. So that's what's happening this afternoon, but first I've got to go to the unit with Lee to drop a few things back, and then just a bit more admin, and then I'm out of here, heading back to the airport, back to my little house in France, and a bit of relaxation because I am exhausted, but it's been a good productive week. Anyway, I'll catch up with you all in a bit. Alright, well that is it, the end of a very busy week. We had a good productive meeting and we got a few processes ironed out that we needed to iron out, and now we're going to have a little tipple of this as a little Friday celebration. Pierre brought this to us. Pierre's the Swedish guy who came over in his camper van. He gave us this as a thank you. It's a double IPA from a Cambridge brewery that he picked up. It looks rather suspect, but anyway, this is us signing out from the whole Artisan team. Ew. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, and if you want to settle in and grab a beer with us, there's going to be 2 videos up here that YouTube thinks you might like, so why not settle in and watch one of those. But either way, thank you, and we'll see you again.
It's probably going to explode everywhere.
That was really pathetic.
Okay, let's see. Pour, look at that pour in a nice mug.